not going to be too worried if a few saplings and twigs manage to, if a few saplings and sticks manage to not get collected. I've got enough saplings, I've got enough sticks. I'm mostly just clearing this out because I need this cleared out and because I need the logs. I'm clearing out the leaves manually just to help speed it along and so that I can make sure that I cleared out the appropriate level of trees, since I am trying to essentially push this tree line back away from the ledge. You can really see just how fast the leaves decay on their own when there's enough of them. It looks like it was meant to be one of those fallen over trees, but it looks like it had a tree grow through the area where the fallen tree was supposed to be. So I don't think it ended up with a fallen tree. Okay, let's just go ahead and use the axe on these, get some fortune out of it. Yeah, the fortune is not exactly all that comparatively worthwhile. Yeah, you get some more sticks and stuff, but unless it's a diamond axe with mending and a steady supply of experience, it's not really worth it. I mean, I could set up something for an automatic tree farm, or an AFK tree farm at least, but I would want to provide the tree farm with some form of experience, because I would want to have the tree farm be compatible with mending on your axe. Or on my axe, I should say. the most part, the difficult ones are these upper leaves, because if those decay into a sapling, then the sapling's just going to rest on the lower leaves until either the lower leaves decay or until the item despawns, or until a player collects it. I know I said we weren't coming down here, but apparently there were a few items that landed down here. Therefore, I briefly dropped in for a bit of item collection. And there we go. Got this section all cleared up. Doesn't look like there's any items lying on the ground there, which is good. Yeah, this place looks decently pushed back. Therefore, I believe it is time to continue with the excavation, which means I need to go repair my shovel, as well as put away a lot of these logs. I shall take the opportunity to transport some of this grass and dirt back to the base, which is to the south. Ooh. Okay, I guess I'm not transporting as much dirt as I thought I was. I found a skeleton that had apparently withered away in the sun. Therefore, I need to pick up its loot. Cool. 2 bones. Okay. This is actually where I got my first axolotl. They can spawn in any cave system that has a water source, if it is dark enough. Therefore, I suspect they spawned in the cave down there, and I just kind of scooped them up in a bucket. Now I've got a pet axolotl. I haven't used the pet axolotl anywhere, but I have one. Let's see. Has this done much? Not really, no. Let us... That sounds almost like the AC might be icing up. Let's see, what else do we got? We have spider eye. Okay. We have rest of this material seems to either go in redstone components, which is the string, or it goes in the underground, such as the iron, or the bulk storage for the dirt. So we've got redstone components, and we've got we've got the iron. Oh, I didn't deposit the saplings in the composter. We have the stone. We have the dirt. Deposit the grass. Deposit the armor. Which goes in this one. And then I can deposit the logs. And then I can go visit the composter and start composting all of the saplings. Okay. There we go. We have made a decent amount of progress on getting set up with the iron golem farm. Now, while we're at it, we will go ahead and harvest all of our wheat since it is fully grown, and this actually requires a lot of time to grow. It appears to be growing evening. I shall need to rest in the bed before I replant. There we go. And of course the smoker is, as always, just working away. I know that I don't even need three full stacks to replant all of this wheat, all of this hay. These grains. Grains. Reminds me of a joke. Why is a zombie's favorite meal always breakfast? Because zombies love whole grains. I am going to make sure that I have more than enough seeds for replanting all of this stuff, obviously. You know, one thing that I like about Minecraft is that it is entirely possible to just spend all of your time playing Minecraft in a way that is essentially on par with Harvest Moon or Rune Factory, because you can just sit there and just build up an entire armada of pretty much everything as you slowly work your way towards fighting all of the end game bosses and stuff. And you can do it on many different paths. You know, you have options. Let's see, I was over here to repair the shovel primarily. Speaking of which, how is the pumpkin farm? 14 pumpkins. Not too bad. Not too amazing, but not too bad. I want to swim all the way down to here. Let's see. Things I'm going to want. I'm going to want the grindstone, or no, the stone cutter, not the grindstone. I'm going to want the stone cutter. I'm going to want some iron ingots. I'm going to want another shovel. I'm going to want a crafting table. I'm going to want multiple shovels, actually. Because I'm not going to want to come back to enchant all of these shovels. Instead, I'm going to want to just have a queue of shovels ready for me to apply to my enchanted shovel, such as this one. I'm pretty sure that if I were to go collecting vast quantities of experience and re-enchanting all of these shovels, that this would actually become a lot cheaper. I'm decently sure this will be a lot cheaper. Silk Touch. That's going to probably be an expensive one. Therefore, I shall make good use of it. Efficiency 4. Fortune 3. Efficiency 4. Another Fortune 3. Fortune 3, efficiency 4. Fortune 3, efficiency 4. Unbreaking 3, silk touch, efficiency 4. Unbreaking 3, Fortune 2, efficiency 4. Now, if I were to cycle through each and every one of these, I would find that these kind of are identical to some degree. However, I don't really care too much about that. What I care about is the fact that I'm currently level 38. Make that 44. 49. Yep. I am progressing very nicely here. I suppose I want to go about having this filled in with enough stone. Get about 5 stacks of stone. Wind sprint my way back over to here. Open up the hopper. Deposit what stone I have on me. Wait for them to smelt one. Transfer the stone appropriately. Now I get to pull out all of this smooth stone accordingly. Since I have an infinity bow, I only need to hold one arrow on me. I can put away the excess quantity of stone. Now, make sure I put away the iron. Yep. Now I can go very easily navigate my way up to the surface and then out to the iron golem farm, where I plan to build a gigantic platform to spawn a bunch of iron golems. I am aware that it takes more than just a platform. You know, it takes villagers as well, and also it will need a number of beds, but I will get to that. You know, I can start a sheep farm, that's fine. I can additionally start a spider farm, that is also fine. But the thing that I'm really wanting is the iron golem farm. Okay. If I really, really wanted to, like, super convert all of this material into something useful, I would probably start up a moss farm. I would just start farming moss right here on top of this mountain. It'd be very effective and very easy. It would definitely clear out all of the area that I need. I could do it by hand, I could do it fully auto. Doesn't really matter either way. By hand is probably more effective. It would give me something to do with all of that gravel. Until I start making concrete, gravel is very, very, like, lacking on usefulness. I did not need to carve that. Getting to be nighttime, therefore I'm going to want to hurry up, climb into the bed over here before a bunch of monsters start spawning in. Good thing I did, too. There was apparently a zombie quite nearby. Yeah, he's trying to get to me in time. He's not going to make it, but he's trying. He is really trying. You know what I didn't grab? I didn't grab an anvil. On top of that, I don't have enough iron to build an anvil. At least not on me. I have enough iron back at base, but I'm not at base. I'm at this outpost where I'm building the iron golem farm. like we've got some gravel. Okay, and now we have ourselves quite the lovely quantity of dirt here. I was hoping that would push it out sideways. Okay, well, let me go retrieve this item from up here because I accidentally dug out this and I gotta, go collecting it. Oh, there's rotten flesh up here as well. Okay. It would seem my inventory is full. Therefore, I shall go deposit a bunch of materials over here in the storage for such things. Additionally, I shall deposit the shovels. I can deposit the grass as well. I don't think I'll deposit the gravel just yet. Doesn't look like I really need to at the moment. Okay, get all this cleaned up. Okay, now we're starting to look a lot better here. I mean, we were already starting to look a lot better here, but now we're starting to look a lot better here even more. Let's go ahead and flatten this terrain out a little bit. That way we're not just jumping all of the time as we walk through here. Okay. Now I get to dig out this section because this whole thing needs to actually go down another like 10 feet. Actually 15 feet, now that I'm thinking about it. That's not even the deepest it needs to go. It just has to keep going. It's got to go all the way down to 64 at least. of progress getting made on this thing. Today's episode is about preparing the area for an iron golem farm. If you are not familiar with iron golem farms, basically they need to have a wide enough area for you to set them up, first of all. Additionally, you need to make sure that your villagers that are going to be in the iron golem farm aren't going to be bothered. This is actually decently easy to deal with, but the platform itself for the iron golem farm is going to be 22 by 22, which is a bit difficult to deal with. Because if you're not familiar with the dimensions of a chunk in Minecraft, a chunk is 16 blocks by 16 blocks. It's actually 16 cubic blocks, not just 16 square blocks. It's 16 cubed. And this kind of causes a bit of an issue when you're building things, because if you need something like an iron golem farm, which is 22 by 22, you kind of end up with this issue where you're building outside of the boundaries of a chunk. I'm going to try and contain the iron golem farm as best I can, but unless I plan on building like just a massive platform for iron golems to spawn in, I expect it's best to actually build this iron golem farm to the specifications which were provided by the YouTube content creator known as Silent Whisper, the YouTuber Silent Whisper. He is very skilled in explaining and displaying the knowledge required for these types of builds. He's very familiar with these types of builds as well, as he himself makes use of iron golem farms quite extensively. He uses a lot of poppers. That being said, he does not quite have the best understanding of how everything works, but that's fine. You don't need a perfect understanding of how everything works to be able to, do things. Kind of want to polish all this diorite now, because otherwise it's just going to build up in my inventory. Same for these other stones, actually. Okay. Now I want the crafting table, the stone cutter. The reason I want the stone cutter is because if I want, for example, stone bricks, I can get stone bricks. However, primarily, I have it out here because if I want, for example, smooth stone slabs, I can get smooth stone slabs that way very easily. And very reliably at that. I still need to just kind of remove a lot of dirt. The reason why I'm just removing this entire, like, section of dirt all the way down to water level is because this will make it easier in the future for me to build up this area in things that are not related to villagers. For example, if I want to build a portal to the nether out here, I can. If I want to build certain mob farms out here, I'll be able to. I'll have to be careful what kinds of mob farms I'm building, what I'm using for storage, that kind of thing. But I will have the option available to me to utilize the terrain. And if I don't use the terrain, at the very least, I'll have a very good view of the Iron Golem farm in action. From my base, at that. This additionally will let me verify that I haven't the requirement of needing to deal with things that had been blown up by creepers. Various creeper explosions that may or may not be embedded into the ground over here. But I primarily want to get it to y equals 64 because you may not be aware of this, but there is a chunk border at y equals 63, a vertical chunk border. And it crosses over at 64. 63 to 64 is a chunk border. Therefore, if you're building right on the waterfront, if you're using something that is having issues, try building it one block higher, and if it's on the waterfront, y equals 63, that might solve the issue. That might also solve the issue if your animals keep vanishing, by the way, because animals would need to additionally obey the chunk border boundaries. Therefore, y equals 63 would be within the realm of checking whether or not a monster can despawn. And since that's included in that section, then yeah, it would be very pertinent to know that you kind of want to have your animals in the section that is not going to have the animals despawn. It's kind of obvious. It's what they call a no-brainer. Now, I'm going to cut through this section of leaves because I'm seeing that there are some saplings and some sticks getting caught in the branches here. Therefore, I shall cut through the leaves. It's not even really cutting, it's just, getting rid of the leaves. Just cleaning up the branches here. sure everything looks good. Making sure everything works proper, works right. Or just works, period. I'm probably going to actually expand out into all of this chunk instead of just, a little bit. I probably will actually expand into the surrounding chunks just to ensure that the villagers are properly protected, because I don't want anything happening to my villagers. And this obviously means I will be getting rid of these trees that are in the way. Okay. Don't know why I'm getting lag. Might have something to do with all of these items over here that I didn't notice. Oh, right, no, I knew about these. Now I remember. I was clear cutting this hillside. That wouldn't cause that much lag. Weird. Oh well. Onwards! Sometimes lag causes are obvious, sometimes they're not. I don't have F3 as an option, therefore I can only do so much about preventing lag, because my knowledge of what is causing the lag is limited. I don't have the F3 menu. I'm not on PC. I'm not on Java. I'm not on a laptop. I am on my phone. I don't have cheats enabled. I'm just standard, normal, vanilla Bedrock edition of Minecraft. The Pocket Edition, from the Google Play Store. If you're wanting to play Minecraft and you don't mind having a few months of waiting, you can get the Google Opinion Rewards app, and that will occasionally ask you various questions based on your location history, based on your shopping history, things like that. They will ask you very basic questions, and it's up to you to answer them. You don't have to answer them. You can just choose not to respond to the survey and just pass. Or you can respond to the survey, and when you respond, Google themselves will give you a small monetary reward. When I say small, I'm talking like 10 cents. Don't expect it to be some massive quantity. It's not going to be like 20 bucks or something. But this amount can slowly build up over the span of a year or 2 years And over that time period, that amount of money can eventually save up enough to purchase, for example, Minecraft Bedrock Edition from the Google Play Store. Or you can use it to, purchase movies and stuff. I used it for purchasing games and for purchasing various things in games. Some things I have purchased the ad-free option. For example, I have an automatic clicker app which I can make use of at any point in time because I have the free version. Or not the free version, the ad-free version, I should say. I can use this automatic clicker app at any point. And the reason why I would need an automatic clicker is for a few different things. One, I used to be into incremental games and idle games quite heavily. Therefore, being able to just rapidly click was beneficial. Two, AFK fish farms are a thing. I can do AFK fish farming if I want. I choose not to do AFK fish farming though, because I feel it kind of gets in the way of how you're supposed to play Minecraft. I understand that it's supposed to be, using your own ingenious methods to basically, craft everything and essentially take over the world with Minecraft. But, it takes away from the spirit of the game if you're just using an automatic clicker. I prefer not using an automatic clicker because, yes, it's more work. Yes, it's a little harder, but it's more satisfying. It's just more satisfying. I need to stop using my shovel because if I keep using it, I will probably break the shovel. Then I won't have a shovel to take to the anvil. Speaking of an anvil, I need an anvil. I don't have an anvil. I need to go get an anvil. Therefore, pardon me while I go retrieve an anvil from my base. Additionally, I'm going to make use of all of this extra inventory space that I have to transport as much material as possible to the base. Okay, and then I want to swap that one out for that. And everything else should be fine. Oh wait, no, that's right. I wanted, let me organize this a little bit better. I wanted to have, I wanted to have 3 spots reserved for where was it? These. There we go. Yeah, see, this path is much easier to traverse now. Now jumping is optional. It sounds as though it is raining outside. Now I should point out that these videos, whilst the videos themselves are being recorded on Friday, they will not be getting published until Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. Or no, Sunday. Yeah, I already have Saturday's videos uploaded, I think. And I additionally have Friday's videos already scheduled. You should be noticing those videos getting posted any moment now, as the videos are scheduled to release at... Oh, actually, yeah, one of the videos should have released... Let's see. That would be 3 p.m. Yeah, one of the videos should be releasing in just a minute, actually. So that's a thing. Okay. Sounds like there's some stuff getting blown around outside. There's some gravel. And then we've got stone, but before we deposit the stone, we need to go over here, visit these furnaces. Make sure that the furnaces have enough stone before anything else. Then run over here back to the stone storage, where we can store all of this extra stone. That's just regular, normal stone. Then we have polished granite. We have polished andesite. We have polished diorite, which... yeah, there we go. I need an anvil. Therefore, I shall craft an anvil. There we go. Now, I can very easily go returning my... I can go deposit my logs.